Hey guys, it's Karina here with another video. So today I just want to talk about kindness. After my trip to the Philippines, I really struggled when I came home, and the reason why I struggled was I went from every day living for other people and living for God, and I would do ministry every day, and there was tangible things I did for other people, and I came home and I just felt like I was doing nothing but things for myself. And I felt like, I just felt really selfish for living my life. And I was really confused and didn't know what to do. And I felt like I needed to channel that energy into something simple and something manageable. And what I came up with is a challenge for myself. And that challenge was to do a random act of kindness every single day. And I hope to continue this for the rest of my life. I started this summer, and it's actually been going really well, and most days I do complete my little challenge for myself, and I think it's something really impactful. Kindness is very impactful, and I think it goes a really long way, even though it's a very simple thing. And I think that kindness takes a lot of intentionality, and kindness takes courage, even though sometimes we don't think it does, or sometimes we just think, well, that's a simple thing, that didn't take much courage, when really it does, and it does take intentionality to be kind. This summer I was really inspired to do that, and I started doing it, and it's been really awesome, and God has just taught me so much through that. And I think one of the greatest things we can do as Christians is really just show our love and be a light to others. And by showing our kindness and our love, I think that is a super tangible way of doing that. And Jesus was a light to so many people. Jesus was so kind. In Matthew, it talks about the story where Jesus healed a man with leprosy, and leprosy is an extremely contagious, deathly disease. And he touched this man and he healed him. So Jesus touched the untouchable. And not only that, but Jesus would hang out with and sit with the rejected people of society. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of Zacchaeus, but Zacchaeus was a tax collector, and he was not a good tax collector. He collected a lot of taxes and would often rob people of their money. And he came to a sermon that Jesus was doing, and he was very short, so he climbed a tree to see Jesus. And after the sermon, Jesus approached him and said, "Can I stay at your place?" And Zacchaeus said, "Sure," and they talked, and Jesus didn't even share the gospel with him. He just showed his love to Zacchaeus, and through that, Zacchaeus apologized for what he had done, and he offered to pay back all the people he had taken their money from, and pay 4 times the amount of the money that he really robbed people of. And it's just an amazing story about how love is the most impactful thing we can do, and the most impactful way we can show people kindness. And the other thing that Jesus did was he showed compassion to the suffering. There was this woman who was bleeding for 12 years, and she touched Jesus, and she was healed. And they were in a big crowd of people, and Jesus asked, "Who touched me?" And she said, "I did." And Jesus could have shamed her in that moment, as that was a taboo thing to do back then. But instead, he embraced her and loved her. And in Luke 8:48, it says, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." And in this story, this woman would have been considered ceremonially unclean and rejected by society. However, Jesus still showed her love and compassion. So that's just another example of how Jesus shows us love. And one other verse I wanted to read to you guys is from Ephesians 4:32. It says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving of each other, just as Christ God forgave you." So I think our call in life is simple. Simply just to be kind and loving and compassionate towards one another. So my challenge to you guys today is to do a random act of kindness. Go on Google, search up random acts of kindness, and be inspired, and do one. Do one once a week, do one every day, do one once a month, whatever is reasonable for you. And I will link below some lists I've used, and I will also link below the website I used explaining the stories of Jesus and how he was kind and compassionate to others. And in life, our call is to be like Jesus. So doing the simple things and being kind like Jesus, I think, is truly our call. And yeah, I hope this video encourages you guys, and know that if God puts you to it, He will put you through it. And have a wonderful week. Alright, bye guys.